Rock stars, you guys alive, excited, full of energy? All right. So this is our group call. Thank you for being on the call. Thank you for taking the time in your schedule to be here on the call. Just so you guys know, I'm expecting a lot of people on this call. So if you're in a bit of a crowded place, loud place, please mute yourselves. Make sure you're muted. We'll have time to answer any questions. I appreciate all of you being here. I got a few things to go over with you before I get Trent on the call. First and foremost, guys, have you guys seen the new Revi? Have you looked at the new Illume? Yes, no, maybe a few of you guys. All right, so Revi is now up and running. There will be some bugs in it for sure. But if you haven't gone in, make sure you sign in to the Illume, which is now called Revi. Look around, take a look, make sure you know where everything's at. For the most part, underneath tools, this is going to be the biggest part that we're going to be using, where your business plan is at, tracking and reporting, and your listings and transactions, right? We also have the learning side of things. Learning home is here. So make sure you go through it. Take a look at the calendar and what's happening in and around the Tom Ferry system. There's a lot of webinars happening, right? Jump onto them. Are you getting my newsletter? This newsletter comes out to you on Sunday mornings. I want to make sure you're getting this newsletter. If you're not getting this newsletter, please send me an email. Make sure, take a look to see if it's not going to your spam. This will be pretty much my weekly update for you folks, let you know what's going on. And if you did see it, you would notice something here. The huddle, which is our 8:30 mastermind call, East Coast time. We have a second one that's happening on Fridays as well at 12:30 p.m. East Coast time, which would be 9:30 for my West Coast, my Pacific folks. And I know, Dan, you've been dying to jump on it, but you can't jump on it because it's 8:30 in the morning. Now it's 9:30 for you, right? Now it's 9:30, so you can jump onto that call. Be on Fridays. I'm also going to have the 8:30 role play sessions on Tuesdays. Okay, so these 3 calls are bonus. It's in addition to our coaching, right? It's just simply bonus. Love for you guys to be on that. What else I have? Oh, I got something special for all of you. I created a dashboard for you. This is going to be your dashboard. Now, in it has my resources. It'll have our Facebook page where you can jump on. Again, a link to these calls, including the role play session. Of course, everyone's favorite coaching call form, right? It's right here. A link to Revi, to Tom Ferry Learning, and to Revi AI. So if you're wondering how do you get access to this, I'm going to give you access through our Notion account. Now, for some of you, we are linked up on Notion. If we're not linked up on Notion, guess what? On our next call, I will link you up. Okay, I'm going to link you guys up so you guys are all set. So you don't have to ask me, hey, what's the link for your scripts and dialogues, Danny? It's right there. I'm going to give you the access to that. It'll be all yours. You jump on it, you have that. All right. Let's get right into it. What else do I have to cover? Remember, we are halfway through the second quarter. Yeah, you guys, second quarter already, right? Halfway through the second quarter. So my question to you is, are you doing what you need to be doing to hit your goal for the second quarter? Our theme for this quarter is foot on the gas pedal. It's foot on the gas pedal. We're going all out here in the second quarter because we want to set ourselves up for the perfect summer. Taking some time off, doing some great business, making sure that your pipeline is full, and we do it right here, right now. All right. You guys excited? You guys pumped? All right. I got Trent Stonehouse on the call. He's going to be talking to us on how to level up our Google business page, get ourselves ranked higher. Real excited for this, Trent. I'm sure a lot of people are. So I'm going to, without further ado, pass it along to Trent. We will take some questions. If you guys want to put it in the chat, I will review the chat. while Trent is talking, and I may interrupt him or not. But for right now, everyone, please mute yourselves. And Trent, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much, Danny, for having me. I'm really excited to be here with you all. We got a great crowd, it looks like here, so I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Yeah, like Coach Danny said, taking lots of notes. Um, Feel free to jump in, ask questions. If you're not asking questions and you're not sure of something, then you're not really learning. So ask some questions. If we need to, and there's too many, we'll save some for the end, right? But for the most part, it's interactive, right? So take those notes, ask those questions. I even encourage you to take some photos if you need to, and let's do this. So what we're doing today is I'm going to show you how to rank higher in local Google search results through your Google business profile. Now, can I just get a one in chat if you have a Google business profile? One in chat if you have a Google business profile. Okay. Awesome. Great deal of people. Good, good, good. All right. So for those of you that are sitting silent that don't have a Google business profile, get one. And for those of you that have a Google business profile, but it's not verified or maybe it's suspended, fix that. Because until you get a Google business profile and until you're verified or unsuspended, I don't want you to apply anything I'm telling you here today. I just want you to take those notes and apply it after. Does that make sense, everyone? I don't, because if you do what I'm telling you before you have a Google business profile, or you're not unsuspended or verified, you're gonna go into Google jail. No one wants to go to Google jail. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen. All right, can everyone see this? Okay. Okay, awesome. Let's do it. So, 5 secrets to rank #1 on Google. Now, what I like to tell people is this works as fast as you work. This works as hard as you work, right? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? For those of you in this room right now, my promise to you is that someone in this room is going to shoot to a top position in like 14, 30 days if they follow what I'm telling you. Okay. For others, you're going to be like competing into a top position as well, right? If you really listen, right? This whole room should turn into a battlefield if you were all in the same city. I'm serious. But lucky for you, I'm sure a lot of you are spread out. So you're not competing with one another. But for those of you that I'm sure it's kind of in the same area, right? Get those punching gloves on, right? So here we go. Now, this is going to work for anyone. It doesn't matter if you have zero experience. You can have zero knowledge, and this is going to work real quick for you. And when I say real quick, again, like I said, some of you are going to see those results. Like you should see results. All of you in this room should see some sort of result in movement within 14 days, right? Even with zero experience. Okay. So you could also be someone who's tried to rank higher on Google, but found it too difficult. And I see that a lot because there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube. You could go look this up right now. There's thousands, but some information's outdated. Some is just not accurate at all. Some of it's just pushing something. Like you got to go through the noise and the weeds. This is literally my SOP for my company that we use to execute for our clients, and I'm just going to give it to you. And you, as business owners, need to have SOPs for almost everything you do, standard operating procedures. So this is mine. This is one of the gifts I got for you right now. And I always say, if real estate doesn't work out for you, if you took what I taught you here today, you could turn around and start an agency just off this alone. Okay. That's how big, how important this is. Now, another thing too is maybe you're someone who's tried to rank higher, but you were paying like an agency to do this for you, but you gave up because it was too expensive. All right. This is all free information today. It's all free. I just got a question though. Has type one in chat if you've ever paid for SEO services before. We got Coach Danny, we got Ted. Okay, we got a few people. Awesome. Okay. Um, Now just I want them to confirm in the chat if I'm right when I say this, right? Usually SEO services, people are paying like $500 a month, maybe upwards to even like $1,000 for SEO services, 2 grand. I've seen it. It can get pretty expensive. If you were paying around that much, can you just say yes to chat? Or if I was wrong? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now the reason why I'm having them verify this is because some people don't believe it. It's expensive. And the reason why I'm having them say this is because I want you to take it very seriously what I'm showing you today. This is worth that amount of money, this information you're getting today. So please take the notes and really execute on it, right? Danny organized this time with me so I could come in here and show you this. So please take it seriously. All right. And yeah, and there you go. Ted saying 450 for nothing, right? That's the other thing is people give up before they see the result because it's expensive. That's 450 is a lot of money to keep paying month after month after month, hoping that you're going to go see those results. And a lot of marketing companies are going to take their time, right? They're going to take their time. But with this, I'm telling you, do it yourself. You're going to start seeing too that you should start seeing results within 14, 30, most of you. I want to see that some, I want Danny to hear back from you in like 3 months at the most and say, hey, it worked. I'm in the top position. Right. When I say top, I want to get you all top 10. I'll go into that in a second. Okay. So, what you're going to learn 5 game changing mechanisms. I broke it down into 5, right? Really simple, really easy to follow. All right. Obviously, you're learning how to do this yourself. I keep saying that. And at the end, though, I do have a very special free gift. And I mean, like the very end. So if you jump out early, too bad. Like you missed out. So don't miss this. Just some success stories. Number one, number two, the ranking in a top position on Google. Right here, what you're seeing, and you can just be like the first thing you write down is the Google 3 pack. And the reason why I'm having you write down Google 3 pack is that it does not hurt for you to do some more research on your own time and see what other ways and tricks and tips and tricks are out there to get you in this. Okay. But we want to get into the Google 3 pack. The Google 3 pack are the top 3 recommendations from Google when someone's looking for a local service, all right, in their area, right? So we want to get into the top 3. That's what we're going to show you here today. And like I said, some of you in 14 days are going to see yourself like boom, right here, right? Some of you are going to be battling and kind of getting yourself into a top 10, which is what I would, at the bare minimum, I want you to accomplish. Because a Google study shows that 79% of people don't scroll past the first 10 options. And think about that. It makes a lot of sense, even if you think for yourself, put yourself in those shoes. Are you scrolling all the way to the bottom of each page on Google and clicking next, and then going to the next page, and then scrolling to the bottom, clicking next and next and next? No, you're not. You're choosing out of the top recommendations. That's why it's so important to get to a top position. And for those of you that say, "Hey, I've tried Google SEO and it did not work for me," I can guarantee you that you were never in a top position. Watch what happens when you get to a top position. Watch the website traffic. Watch the phone calls you get. It's crazy. Now, just a little bit about me. All you know is my name's Trent Stonehouse, which is a good start. Let's jump. Let's jump into it. So, but I've been marketing since 2012. I got my start on YouTube. Okay. So I started YouTube. I got 30,000 subscribers and I had 6 million views. My top video, just over 1 million views. And I built that all in about 18 months. I did it really quickly. And then I got picked up by a talent agency here in Canada, Vancouver, where I'm from, called BBTV. And they picked me up and taught me a lot more about the marketing space. I got really introduced to the corporate world. And then from there, I started servicing a lot of local small business owners. And over the last 5 years, I have been specifically been really dialed in for real estate agents just because they made up most of my clientele. I just went all in with them. And last year, 2024, was a huge milestone for me. You know, I've known Tom Ferry of Tom Ferry for years and years and years, but 2024, I became an official trusted sponsor and vendor of the organization. And you know, I had to go through several interview processes for that and get verified, and it was massive. was massive. You know, I've been doing this for so long, but only now I've gone that far. And it's opened the doors for me to talk to people like Coach Danny here and so many other great people. So it's really exciting. And just last year, it's it's over 1,000 actually, but over 1,000 realtors joined in just last year. Our social realtor, my agency here. So we got a big movement going on. Some of you might have heard of us already from other events. We go to a lot of Tom Ferry events. I was actually just last week in Houston. So you'll see me at a lot. The next one I'll be at is the summit. So if you come to the summit, come say hi to me. I want to say this. Let's be friends. Scan that QR code. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. And the reason why I'm having you do this is because you might need to ask me a question that you forget about during this presentation. Shoot me a DM. I'm happily going to answer your questions that you have. So if something comes up with your Google later or social media or something like that, let me know. I'm happy to help you out. So scan that, follow me. I'll follow you right back. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So some statistics, and I want to give you the statistics here. And usually I have a video clip here of Jason Pantana talking about the importance of Google, but and some statistics. But the statistics are a little bit outdated now, so I want to give you the statistics here. It's 8.5 billion searches daily on Google. 8.5 billion searches are done daily. The clip from Jason, he was saying like 3.6. So it's been a little bit of time now. But this number has not changed, which is crazy. 46% of all those searches on Google are for local services. Isn't that insane? Think about yourself, like looking for a restaurant, electrician, plumber near me, realtor, right? You are local service providers. So you make up, you're part of that 46%. And I'm telling you this because you need to really take Google seriously, right? You need to win on key search terms, all right, that people are typing in on Google. And so I'm going to help you accomplish that here today, but you can't forget about this. And in that same clip, Tom Ferry's saying, you know, to Jason, he's like, I was surprised, like I was flying out doing all these events, and he was shocked how many people did not have a verified Google business profile. And so all of you in the room, it looked like most of you had a Google business profile. So good job. Pat yourself in the back. But now it's time to take it seriously. I see far too often that realtors are focusing their time on like Zillow or realtor.com or some platform to really get their reviews there. But really, these platforms depend on Google to be discovered, to get the traffic to their websites. So why are we depending on these other platforms? Why are we prioritizing these other platforms when Google's the root of it all? So let's go to the root. Let's start with the root. Let's prioritize our Google business profiles. Get your reviews there. All right. Build the reputation there. Okay. Awesome. I got to say this part because I got to break down these walls that people have. All right. Just some misconceptions too. Going into this, you already heard me say it, some people think it's going to take 6 to 12 months. Often people are told it's going to take 6 to 12 months. No, no, no. It's going to work fast. I tell you all the time. How bad do you want it? I'm not even kidding when I say this next part. Some of you are going to see even results within 24 to 48 hours. Some of you might. I've seen it a few times. Okay. Also, some of you in this room think, I know what he's going to say. All I just got to do is get the most reviews. Reviews are great. I want you to get them, but they're not the end all be all. So still get them, but they're not what's going to get you to the top. And also, you don't have to spend a fortune to accomplish this. Again, everything here today is free. And this is the proof I wanted to show that it can work this fast. This is Tom Ferry coach, Catherine Richardson. She sent me this text message. Unbelievable. 48 hours. And I was like, let's go. Rank 3. 48 hours. So it works quick. If you execute on everything I'm telling you here, you hit the goals I tell you to hit, you're going to get there. All right, so here it is. Write this down. Keyword system. The reason why I'm having you write this down is because you're far more likely to remember what you're being taught here today. I forgot the statistics, numbers, but it's like percentage you consume if you hear it, and you consume even more of the information if you write it down. And then also take a second to write down those mechanisms that we got. So those are the five we're going to cover: name, services, reviews, responses, and posts. Name, services, reviews, responses, and posts. Now, if you have a question, because we're going to get into a lot of the meat now, you can unmute yourself too. I welcome that. So I don't miss anything in chat. You can jump in. Um, but yeah, if there's too many, we'll just ask to save to the end. The next thing I want you to write down is the holy trinity of Google. This is incredibly important. This is what's going to set the pace. All right. So the three most powerful keywords for you as realtors is realtor, real estate agent, and the city you service. Now, some of you are probably like giggling, like being like, hey, I service like 18 different cities. Awesome. Love it. Write them all down. But what I want you to do is put a star next to the main city. Now, that main city isn't that city that's 45 minutes away. It's the big one with the most foot traffic. No, no, no. Your main city is the one you gave Google when you created your profile. So when you created your Google business profile, you had to give Google an address. Some people use their home address, some people use their brokerage address, but whatever city is associated with that address is your main city. And you are far more likely, not even far, it's like guaranteed to like dominate that area than you are to rank for another city that you have no association with your profile. Like your profile, Google knows where you are. You can't cheat Google. When you set up your profile, you gave Google that city, that address. So whatever city that is the city you're going to prioritize and you're going to go all in on. And I'm saying this, and I spent a lot of time on this section because I tell people this and then they don't listen. And then they're wondering why they're not ranking higher. If you're trying to rank for that city that you didn't set up an address with, you're just muddying the water. You're going to not really rank that well over there in those other cities. And then you're sure as hell not going to be ranking in a top position where you could have been dominating. So focus on that one city. I'll show you kind of how to move the needle in nearby cities, but we got to go all in on this one. All right. And that's because Google ranks off of three things. Write this down. Number one, how close is the business to the user? Number two, how relevant is the business to what the user is looking for? And number three, how active is the business? We're going to cover all of those. But you see, number one is how close is the business to the user? Well, Google knows where you are, right? So don't try and cheat it. If you want to rank for those other cities, maybe a bigger populated city, you're going to need an address over there. And it can't just be like a PO box. You're literally going to have an office there, film a video for Google, and prove to Google that you work out of that office. That's how it is these days. It used to be a lot easier, but that would be what I need to tell you here. Okay. Let's see if there's any questions. Can we change that city? So yeah, you would need to have an address to be able in that whatever city you want to dominate in. And I just tell people if if the city you want to crush it in is more than an hour away, then yeah, change your address. However, if it's an hour or less, just keep your address the same. It's not worth the trouble. It's really difficult to get verified these days on Google. So if any of you change your address, just know Google is going to take down your whole profile. Everything's gone. And then you got to go through war. You got to go through hell to get that profile back. It's not easy. So I just tell people all the time, just leave it. Even if you change brokerages, like I tell people too, is if it's in the same city, you change brokerage, leave it. It's not worth the trouble. Okay. Had it happen again. Mark said, yeah, it's a nightmare. Yeah. So please, everyone, don't change your address. A lot of people think, well, this city I'm located in is so tiny. Like, I'm not going to get that many phone calls. Yeah, you will. Yes, you will. Get to a top position. Watch what happens. Okay. Watch what happens. If you're rank one, watch the phone calls you're going to get. All right. And Laura, if you're in a city that you don't really work, then yeah, you're gonna have to start working that city or get a new address in a city that you know you can work out of. That's how Google is. It's very hyper local. Google business profiles. Cool. All right. Keyword system. Mechanism number one, the name. Who's ranking higher and why? Unmute yourself. I want to hear your guesses. Let's have some fun. Who's ranking higher and why?
I'm gonna say the one on the left,
Yeah, the one on the left.
One on
just
the
probably
left.
because they mentioned the city that they're in.
Okay. That was Ahmed. Thank you so much. That's a great guess. Thank you, by the way, for participating. I love it. And then someone else jumped in too and thought it was the one on the left. Was that Baines?
Yeah, that was me.
Awesome. Okay. And why was your guess that one?
For the fact that they're saying they're also offering residential and commercial services, and also they're a farm realtor, so they're kind of targeting a niche there.
Okay. Okay. Great observation. I see Mark's got his hand up too.
It looks like they're using the full capacity of their profile. I can't see the rest of their profile, but it shows that they have directions. You can't see that in the other one. They also have the hours of the business, and Google likes that the more information that you have, the better.
Great observation for that one too. Yeah. So here's the answer. By the way, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Baines. Thank you, Ahmed, for participating. I love it when people unmute and jump in like this. So thank you. So here's the answers. Number one, rank 20. It's that big of a difference. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Google doesn't care that your name is Mike. All right. It does not matter. Right. 104 Google reviews. A lot of people actually guessed this. This is the first time I ever heard a group that just didn't all go in on Mike. Usually people look at those reviews and like, whoa, 104. That's impressive. It's really good. But again, Google reviews aren't the end all be all. They're great. I want you to get them. They're going to help you, but they're not what's going to move you to a top position, right? You have to give Google the information it needs to better recommend you, to suggest you, right? So if we break it down here, this right here, this profile literally has real estate agency. So if this was a standalone agent, you would just say real estate agent, right? But this is a brokerage account, right? This is a brokerage profile. It's got the city and it's got the word realtor. Oh my goodness. It's the Holy Trinity. Literally just took the Holy Trinity and put it in the name, right? That's what I would like you all to do today is change your name to make sure it has the Holy Trinity. And I say this sometimes and I go back, someone's like, hey, can you look at my profile? Look what I did. And they had like realtor in it. No, I'm telling you, realtor, real estate agent, the city you service, all has to go in your name. I even went a step further and Baines caught this. And I said residential, commercial, farm, right? You remember the second thing that Google ranks off of is how relevant is the profile? How relevant is the business to the user, what the user is looking for? If your profile literally says what someone's typing in, how could Google not recommend you? Right? So get that onto your profile right away. All right. And for those of you that are like, but there's a city 45 minutes away that I really, really want to dominate, I'm going to put it there. Don't. Please don't. Go all in on that main city. Watch what happens. Okay. Can we list 2 or 3 cities in the name? I don't recommend this. I would recommend just that main city. If you really got it, you could put another one like something and something. But again, you aren't going to really dominate an area that is a city that's not associated with your address. It's unlikely. You could definitely rank higher in those other cities, but you would not dominate. You wouldn't be in a top position. So in that sense, I'll show you where you can tell Google about those other cities in a moment, but I would leave it to just dominating that main city. So you'll see a location here where you can go and look at what city you know what your address is, you know, and you should know too, right? When you click set up your Google profile, you'll be able, like, what address did you use, and that's where you can check that out, right? So, all right, any questions about this before we move on to the next one?
There's a couple of questions in the chat.
I think I got them all. Pierre and Ahmed, I got those right. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, mechanism number 2, services. A lot of realtors don't even know there's a service section. And for those that do know, they just don't use it because, like, what all can they put there for services? Well, there's actually a lot. And so when you go to your business.google.com profile, you pull it up, you see the interface, it looks like this: edit services. You're just going to click on that, and you're going to get to the service section. Now, what's interesting about the services here that I'm showing you? Why am I showing you this? Go ahead and unmute, jump in. What's interesting?
We could use it to differentiate ourselves from other realtors there.
Definitely, 100%. That is the goal for sure, Laura, is we want to make sure our profile, us as realtors, are standing out for sure.
Those words are their keywords. They're not necessarily services, like find a realtor.
Yes. Yes, that's right, Danny. There you go. Tara said it too. All those tie back to the Holy Trinity. That's what this is it's all the Holy Trinity. And what I've done is I've mixed and matched as many different times as possible, and I stuffed it in here. I just added them as custom services. All right. You can have so many services. It's unlimited. I can't even fit it all in one single screenshot. You can have thousands. All right. So what you want to do is put the Holy Trinity in here, mix and match it, do it for your main city, and then do it all over again for all those other cities that you service too. So you can now tell Google all about those other cities that you're associated with, sure. But you can also put in keyword phrases like Coach Danny pointed out, like find a realtor, realtor near me. Like realtor near me is like probably one of the hottest key search terms you can type in on your profile. If you get that set enough times on your profile, game over. You guys are going to win. But here's the thing. Go to ChatGPT. This is a really good tip right here. Go to ChatGPT. Be like, hey, ChatGPT, give me 100 key search terms that someone's typing in on Google when looking for a realtor in whatever city. Take those key search terms and add them into your service section. Now, let's get a little creative too, right? Like, you want to be associated with things that people are typing in, like divorced real estate agents, like relocation, or first time home buyer, right? Like divorce realtors too. That's actually a really like hot term too. Like people will literally search like divorce needing to sell home. Like you can add that as a service. Having that written on your profile is phenomenal, right? The more relevant, remember how relevant are you to what the user is looking for, the more likely you're going to be suggested. You need to help Google. Again, Google doesn't care if you're Mike, if your name's Mike or Bill or Sarah. It does not matter. You need to be relevant. You need to help Google suggest you.
Hey, Trent,
Yes.
going back to the cities, like I work in Saanich, which has a bunch of different neighborhoods within the municipality. So I'm noticing here all the keywords say Saskatoon, which is a big city, right? So are you trying to avoid picking the neighborhoods within that city and just do you know what I mean? Like there's probably 20 neighborhoods within Saanich, right? So do you list all those like Cordova Bay real estate agent, Broadmead real estate agent, or do you just pick Saanich?
Yeah. So if your address is literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Saanich, right? Or and Saanich or whatever, then that's the main city. Now there might be little suburban areas, right, within there, right? Like I live in a city called Surrey. Inside Surrey, you got Fleetwood, you got Newton, you got all these other places, right? Yeah, you can add those all in here too. You can absolutely add these all in here too. In fact, there's actually, this is the bonus if you guys want. There's a service area section where you can write up to 18 different cities that you service. All right. Make sure the main one, right? Don't cheat this. Make sure the main one is the main one that's associated with your address. But then you can list up to 18 different cities that you service there. And if you really want to dominate locally, which I always suggest you do, you can put in all those little mini cities, you know, those little neighborhoods and all that within there too. Absolutely. But yeah, great question, Dan. So yeah, get all those other cities within the service section. You can put in the service area, all of that. Okay. And just go crazy. Put all these keywords in here. You can spend a lot of time in the service section alone. Remember, I was like, how bad do you want it? Now, uh, Bain says, are those custom services you have added or are they Google suggested? So Google will suggest you a handful of services. You can go ahead and add those. But you also get the option to add custom services. So these are custom services. Now, I'll give you another little bonus. I wasn't going to go into the one that Dan brought up, but like, there you go. So you get 2 bonuses. Everyone, round of applause for Dan. Let's go, Dan. Awesome. I love it. But what you could do is you can go to those custom services after you've added them and click on it, and it'll give you a drop down to add a description for each of them. And in those descriptions, you can add more keywords. So if you added 1,000 custom services, you can now add 1,000 custom descriptions for those services and load it up with keyboards. I mean, you can lose your mind in this process. You can go crazy with it. But that's why I was like, hey, how bad do you want it? Right? Who's going to put the work in? Okay. Keyword system, mechanism number 3, reviews. Reviews. Wow. People are like, what? Is this guy crazy? I thought reviews aren't the end all be all. Hey, look, reviews are great. I want you to get them. And they really do work if done correctly. So what was done correctly about this review? Why am I showing you this? Why am I showing you this?
It's a well-rounded review. It shows that he's professional, reliable, he's knowledgeable, he's always there to answer questions, and then they're actually telling everybody that, hey, you should use this person as a realtor.
No, like that's a really great breakdown, right? There's a lot of like, it's a great suggestion. It's a great review overall, right? Professional, knowledgeable, all this. But here's the thing, guys. The only thing I care about within this review is the fact that it says realtor. Is the fact that it says realtor. So what I'd like you all to do today, as of today, you're going to start campaigning for reviews that have at least one of the 3 Holy Trinity in it. And I say at least 1 of 3 because it's hard enough to get someone to write you a review. So if you can get them to write a review with just at least one of those big keywords, it's huge. Imagine if, Mike, 104 Google reviews, 104 Google reviews. Imagine if all of them said realtor, real estate agent, the city he serviced. Mike, not, he doesn't even need to do all this stuff. He might not even have to do any of it. It would just be recommending him. Google would just shoot him to a top because he's got all these outside users writing out who he is, what he does, where he services. And that's super powerful. Then you're very relevant, right? You're very relevant to what people are looking for. And so I really want to drive how important this home, drive this home, how important this is. I would rather have a 1-star review that says Trent is the worst realtor in Vancouver. I do not recommend him as a real estate agent. I'd rather have that 1-star than a 5-star that said Trent's professional and knowledgeable. Seriously, Seriously, because that 1 star did so much more for my business. It told Google exactly what it needed to know about, right? About who we are, what I do, where I service, right? So, pro tip for you all, what you could do, start asking friends and family for reviews. They don't have to lie and say they've worked with you, but you can ask them for a character review. And within their character review, have them write these keywords. It'll probably be a lot easier to get your family and friends to get those reviews in there, those top keywords in there. And another option you could do too is pre-write 20 different reviews, put it on a PDF, send it to your client. Be like, hey, copy and paste one of these reviews and put it on my profile if you want, right? Whatever. They can change it if they want, but make sure those templated responses have or reviews have keywords in them. Just give me some ideas. Does this make sense, everybody? Okay, awesome. Seeing some head nods, great. All right. Keyword system mechanism number 4 is responses. Now, this is not a great response, but I'm showing you that you can respond. So what I would like you all to do, and this is probably the fastest and easiest thing out of everything I'm showing here today that you can do, is go back to all your reviews and respond to each one of them. And in your responses, add keywords. You can do the Holy Trinity, or you can even take it a step further where you speak to the uniqueness of that transaction that you had, right? With that client. Maybe you helped them through a divorce. Maybe it was relocation. Maybe they were first-time home buyers, right? So I'm telling you this because sometimes I see realtors just having the same response for everyone. They just copy and paste it. No, take an opportunity to speak to the uniqueness of that transaction that happened and get those keywords into your response. Now, if you're like, damn, I already responded to all my reviews, that's okay. You can go back to your responses and you'll see a little pencil icon and you can edit your response, even if it's from 5 or 6 years ago, and add in keywords. So you can do this right now. This is so easy for you to do. And that's why reviews are great, right? Because if you get a review, right? Awesome. Some more keywords hopefully in there, but also it gives you a whole new section for you to add even more keywords to your profile. All right, I want to see this. Let's do this. Type 1 in chat if you've learned something new right now. If you've learned something new so far, I want to see a 1 in chat. All right. Let's go. There's the ones. Yes. All right, Coach Danny, look at this. We're bringing the heat. We're bringing the knowledge today. See? Good stuff. Love it. Okay, cool. Right. So if you're someone here that's like, still haven't learned something new. Well, this next one usually gets most people. Here it is. Keyword system mechanism number 5 are posts. Yeah, posts. So whatever you're posting to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, I don't care. Whatever content you're putting on social media is now going onto your Google business profile. Did you hear that? Google business profile, social media profile. Oh yeah. It's kind of designed to be like one. It wants you to feed it content. You hear it all the time with Instagram. Oh, the more you use it, the more you're recommended. These platforms want users using their platform. Same thing. Google wants people using its platform, wants the businesses operating there, right? So start uploading your content here. And I don't mean by adding photos. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I add photos all the time. I mean, actually making a post. And you do that by clicking the add update button, which is right there, add update. Okay. That is uploading a post, not adding photo. Adding a post is through the add update. Okay. Now, when you make your post, this signals to Google that you're active. And there's a couple ways to get active. Number 1, get reviews, but it's hard to be consistent like that. Number 2, do posts. It's easy. Just takes some time, but spend the time, get that done rather than chasing someone down for a review, right? You can be consistent with this. I want to see you do this at least once a week. If you can do this at least once a week, this will really help you out. Now, with this, it signals Google that you're active. And let's just use some common sense. Do you think Google wants to recommend a business that hasn't been active in like 3-4 years? No. And that's what I see with a lot of realtors. They set up their profile years ago and they just wipe their hands and they walk away. Start using your profile. Start feeding it content. Now, we can really accelerate the performance of our profile if we do this, which is 2 things. Number 1, feed it all types of content. Doesn't have to just be graphics. It can be video. So whatever you're putting out on socials, maybe your Instagram shorts, YouTube shorts, put it over here. And then also in the description of your post, you can add keywords. So every day you get to wake up with the opportunity to not only feed your Google profile content, which it loves, but you get to add in and inject more keywords. So within this post, this is a great example of what not to do because things have changed recently. We don't want to do hashtags here. What we want to do is just the keywords. So instead of hashtag real estate investments, this should have been just real estate investments, comma, space, whatever. So you can do all your keywords here, just at the bottom. Get those in there. Doesn't have to be the same keywords every day if you're posting every day. You can take the second to get some more unique keywords in here, right? Just get those on your profile. Other thing I should mention too is don't put your website, phone number, email in the description too. That might cause Google to take down your profile. So nothing happens. Take down your post. It won't take down your post. It won't take down your profile. It'll take down your post, but you won't get in trouble for that. But what I'm saying is, let's not have your time invested into that post and having to take it down, right? So just leave those out. Okay, leave those out, and then you're far more likely to have the success of that post getting uploaded. Now, is there any questions about the post here? Usually I get some posts. Some questions about the post. I see Laura says, will Linktree work with this? Yeah, so when you create your post, you get a little call to action button and you can literally put anything there. Like you could put the Linktree, sure. Another option is if you have like a home tour video and it was like 5 minutes long, you could take a clip of it, 30 seconds, put it here, and if someone interacts with it, it'll redirect them to the YouTube video maybe, right? So there's a lot of ways for you to really utilize the post too, okay? Now, I want to set a goal because I did miss this over the review section. And write this down. All of you need to have a goal to hit 25 Google reviews, at least 25 Google reviews. The reason why I'm saying that is, I've worked with people and they had 1 or no Google reviews. I got them into a pretty high position, but I never got them into that top 10. I can't. I can get you to orbit. I just can't get you to the moon without you having at least a handful of reviews there. It's just how Google operates. So I want to put that out there is for yourselves, get those reviews. All right. It'll really start seeing a lot more movement if you do this. Okay. Awesome. So that right there are the 5 mechanisms of the keyword system. It's fast, it's free, and it's what's going to make you the realtor of choice. Seriously, the realtor of choice, because the first stop we go to when we need a product, a service, and we don't know how to get it, we go to Google, right? So really prioritize this and get yourself into a top position. You go meet someone too at a networking event. Imagine if they went home and they started looking up realtors in the city. You're there too. Like this is how you really create that a lot of authority, trust, all of this. Okay. So I'm just going to leave you with a quick reminder from Jason Pantana and Tom Ferry. Check this out.
Last summer, I went out on that little tour and I was all over the country and I'm getting people to raise their hands. How many of you have your GBP already up and running? And I was shocked by how many people had not done it. And it's FRE free, but like everything else that's free, you got to spend some time on it. When it first started, there was only like 7 or 8 things to fill out. Now there's like 15.
There's tons.
Adding videos, adding products being listings, right? Being things that you want to get out to the marketplace. So
let's make that tip number 2 is you've got to be proactive in terms of contributing more and more content. Like Google Business Page is advantageous in that you can set it up and it's going to have some built-in SEO kind of forever and always. But you can really accelerate the performance of your business profile by adding, I call it the 3 Ps typically are post, products, and photo.
Everything we just talked about. Everything we just talked about. Add in content. Keep feeding it content, right? And that's how you really accelerate it. And it's about consistency, right? Because here's the thing. If you do what I tell you, you're going to see results immediately. Like you might not jump number 1 or top 3, but you're going to start seeing movement, right? And if for those of you that do get into a top position right away, you don't just get to keep it. It's not yours forever now. You have to fight and consistently work at holding that position. So that's why I was like, how bad do you want it? Right now, everyone in this room knows this, how to execute on this. So that's why I was like, it's a battlefield, right? So get yourself into a top position and just keep being consistent with it. Always, each month, adding more keywords, key phrases, make adjustments. Make sure every week you're at least posting once a week. Get those reviews, right? This is how you get to a top position. And as long as you're consistent, you are going to succeed with Google. Okay. Where do we see metrics? Yep, you'll see the metrics on Google. You just go through the panel there where you can edit the add services or add updates. You'll see a section for analytics and you go through there. Okay, awesome. Coach Danny, is it okay if I get into the quick offer I got for everyone?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Sweet. Perfect. All right, everybody. So I want to share with you my done for you social media and SEO services. Now, this right here is Amy, and Amy Beckham is part of the Tom Ferry coaching network too. She's been a coaching client of, I think, Rob Hannaford's for a long time. And she signed up to work with our services, and I just want you to hear what she had to say about this.
After using Social Realtor, I have noticed such an uptick in my Google activity on my Google site. I have had more interactions, more views, more calls, booked appointments, and not only booked appointments, but I have taken listings. So I initially signed up and watched my name rank from real down low and then tick up, tick up, tick up. And I would say after approximately 3 months or so, I'm constantly in the top 3 anytime someone Googles me or I Google, or if I want to even try Googling from the incognito page just to see how it's going. It has been an amazing experience. Their customer service is bar none. They have exceptional client care, and I'm super glad I signed up for this. I have been with Social Realtor now for quite a while, and I can't see myself letting them go. They've just been a game changer for my business, and I recommend them to anybody who's looking to become recognizable on your Google page.
So we did a lot of great work with Amy, and she just dominates her area right now. So that's the power of Google, right? Taking listings from it, all of this. So that's what I hope for you all to accomplish too. So here's the breakdown of what it looks like if you were to work with us, like you were trying to hire out, from other vendors, everything that we did, right? So if you wanted a company to rank your Google profile, you're looking at $500 a month. Some of them also charge you a setup fee of $1,000. And if you want someone posting to your Google, that's going to be $200. What I did is I took what a social media company, because this would fall underneath that, or a management company, they're going to charge you a lot of money. And typically this would fall into that breakdown. And then also to help you get more keyword reviews, well, come see us at events, all of this stuff. What we do is we hand these out to our clients too, which is Google business cards. You just tap it on someone's phone and it immediately prompts them to write you a review. So we can definitely help you out with that. And that's $200. Some companies will charge for software, or the cards alone can be $100. It's crazy. Managing your Instagram, $100. Managing your Facebook, another $100. Look, these are great platforms. Don't neglect these. And typically all this falls underneath a social media management company. It's going to start adding up, right? And then managing your LinkedIn, $100. Very powerful platform, slept on, right? People don't utilize it enough. Great for getting connected with local business owners and networking and such. Managing your YouTube, 200. And this is generous. A lot of companies that are going to manage your YouTube are going to charge you $800, $1,000 a month more, right? And it's because it's so powerful, because you can add keywords and SEO tactics to your videos on YouTube and get a lot more traction that way, in which we do, right? So we have a whole strategy for YouTube as well. And then manage your TikTok, $200, right? Very popular, trendy, a lot of discoverability there. And then editing your videos. So we do about 16 video edits every single month for our clients. And if you were to try to outsource that, maybe through Fiverr, you could get it as low as 500. But if you were to hire an agency, you're looking at maybe $800 a month or more. And then unlimited tech support. So whenever you're struggling with anything tech related, your Google, your YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you can jump on a call with us, email us, Zoom calls, whatever, phone call, text. We'll be there and help you out and get it all resolved. So all in all, if you were to try and build this out yourself, this is what you would get. You're looking at $3,100 a month, right? It's really expensive, but there's no $3,100. There's no $500 for me to rank your profile. There's no $200 to post your Google, none of this. The actual price, and I'll show you here in a second, is bonkers. But before I show you the real price, I want you to listen to what Chris has to say. 29 seconds.
I wanted to give a special shout out to Trent Stonehouse. The man, the myth, the legend took over our social media platform. We had about 1,000 followers. That has almost doubled now since Trent has taken over. He's also helping us with our editing of our videos. We do a video every week or two. Now that Trent's taken over, we're actually at 5,000 to 10,000 views. It's unbelievable. And that means a lot to us because it shows our clients what we can do for them when we're promoting and marketing their home.
So he's built a really strong brand online, right? He's positioned himself as the community realtor of his city. And he's been recognized as a top 30th real estate agent in Canada. And so that's Chris and L. Now, for all of this, $3,100, couple commission checks. I mean, if we can bring that to you, the listings, it's worth it, right? For all of this. But I agree, it's really hefty. But there's no $3,100, like I said. The actual price of our service, if you go to our website, socialrealtor.com, it's only $349, guys. You can't even get a virtual assistant at that cost who's going to work on your Google and try to rank you higher, because they're not going to be a specialist about this either. They're not going to get someone that's going to be able to post to your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, know the strategies for each platform. No one's going to make you 16 videos, edit it, optimize it, write the captions, choose the hashtags, and distribute it for you. And you're not going to have a specialist that can jump on a tech call with you at any time you need it for $349. But here's the best part. There's no $349 either. All right. So the actual cost today, what I'm offering you, because you came to this webinar, you sat down, you learned something new, is this $199 a month. For $199 a month, using Coach Danny 150 promo code, you're going to get this service for this low. $199 a month, guys. It's unheard of for everything like this. And you already saw other people mention how much they were just paying for Google alone. This is the number. So remember, everyone, though, I had a free gift. And I said, if you stay around to the very, very end, you're going to get it. Right? And remember the free gift? Cool. There is no $199 either. There's no $199. It's going to be free for 30 full days. Actually, I'm going to tell you this, 37. I want 37 days for you all, more than a month, to get in there, try it out. And if you like it, great. If you don't, cancel. There is no contract. There's no obligations. After the 37 days, it goes month to month, right? So you literally have nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, get 30 days of someone doing some work on your Google, you get someone doing some work on your socials and making you over 16 videos. If you don't like it, you just cancel. It's that easy. So you can scan that QR code right there, and then that'll take you to the checkout page. And on the checkout page, you're going to see 14 days free. Don't panic. What it is I'm going to apply 37 days to you when you come through. And then make sure you add the promo code though, Coach Danny 150. If you add that promo code, the price is going to drop. Now here's the catch. And everyone knew something was coming for how unrealistic this was, right? Here's the catch. You have till the end of today. That's it. That's the catch. You have till the end of the day to get the $199 and 37 days free. You don't have to buy anything today. Nothing's getting charged to your credit card. You're just saying, yeah, I'm going to try it out. Scan it, takes you there, add the promo code, boom. And the reason why I'm having till the end of today is because as you see, when you scan that, it says 14 days free. Our system's designed for that. I'm not going to be like over the week, look at, oh, who came from this and that, and then manually apply 37 days. You have till today. I'm looking only for today, and I'm manually going to apply 37 days to your account. And if you'd like to see some examples, you can do that there. Scan that QR code if you want to see some examples of the graphics, because we also do graphic design for your content, your listings, whatever you have. If you want to check out that or in our reviews, you can do that there. But make sure you have till the end of the day to go and get our $349 premium package for only $199 a month and 37 days free. That's it. Any questions from anyone about this or about the webinar today?
Yeah, there's a question. Laura has a question there. Does she have to be verified before joining?
No, you don't have to be verified before joining. We can try and help you navigate that process as well and assist you with it. Like we give you unlimited tech support. The only thing though is that if verification takes a while, you just won't be able to get the benefits of the Google side of things. However, we can still do the socials for you. We're really great at socials. Like you got an editing team there that's going to do your video edits, your graphics. We write the captions. We choose the best hashtags and keywords, and then we distribute the content for you too. So you don't have to upload anything. You literally just film your video, send it through the app. You're done. That's it.
What about they need to have 25 reviews before they join?
Yeah, so 25 reviews, no, that's a goal for yourself to hit. And, we've ranked people to a top position with less than 25. It's just that I know if you get to 25, you're really going to see a lot of great success. And the thing here is it's a temporary offer. This offer is not going to be around forever. So if you like the price, you want to secure it, might as well try it out and see how you like it. Right.
I'm also seeing that the code's not working. Is it Coach Danny 150? Are there any capitals? Are they all capitals? Is that what they are?
Yeah, it should be all caps.
All caps. Okay.
Coach Danny 150.
So all caps, Coach Danny 150.
Ken says, I'm in. Let's go. Hell yeah. By the way, guys, so here's what's going to happen when you sign up. You're going to get 2 emails right away. One is an email to activate your account. Do that. A second email, don't ignore it. It's a video, 2 videos in 1 email from me saying next steps. I show you how to connect your socials and I show you how to send us all your videos and all that. Okay. So make sure you watch those. Don't ignore it. And if you have any troubles at all, call or text us. Here's our phone number. And I'm putting in the chat. By the way, our customer support is off today. So today's a little break day we had for everyone. So that's another reason why I'm giving you all 37 days. So you can, if you need any technical support, hit us up tomorrow.
All right, Trent, one other question. This is going to be recorded. Obviously, this is recorded. I'm going to send that off to all the coaching clients who are supposed to be in the call because we only have about 24 of us here. You said only for today, but what if someone watches this tomorrow or the next day and they still want to click on it, click on the link and get into it? So what can we do for those folks?
Yep. So if you want to do that, Coach Danny without the 150 will still work. I'll give you all that. I've made that as a backup for this, and that Coach Danny promo code will just give you $100 off the service. It won't give you $150 off the service. And the other thing too is that it will stay 14 days free, but at least you got a big discount, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
A question.
Dan?
Yeah. I just was curious your thoughts on ChatGPT and search, like going forward, like I'm starting to use that more, like give me the top 10 landscapers in my area. So does it draw from Google? It appears that it does. So
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. You're right. And here's the thing, though, too. It's funny. I was just at a conference. I was actually a keynote speaker at this brokerage event. Probably would have been Wednesday or Thursday. And when I went out to speak, one of the speakers prior to that was like, "Oh, ChatGPT, it's he was not talking about anything about this, like about SEO or anything. He was talking about like more like mindset. So I don't know why he spoke on the numbers. He didn't know the numbers. Here's the thing. Everyone thinks that ChatGPT is coming in, it's coming to take over the world, and it's the new ultimate search engine. It's not. So 74% of all searches today are still done on Google. ChatGPT, 1.5%. It's not even close. It's not even remotely close. So still people go to Google. And like I said, though, too, is 46% of 8.5 billion searches are for something local, right? So that's where Google is so important for you as realtors, because you are the local service, right? So really, we need to prioritize that too. And then also, Google has Gemini. And so you might have noticed it when you start searching on Google, you're getting more of an answer that kind of like how ChatGPT would build its answers. And that's because Gemini is right there. And Gemini is plugged in to Google. It is Google. So, I mean, it's a far greater tool just for that reason. But ChatGPT, there is a lot of ways for you to like you can watch some videos on it right now for like optimizing yourself for coming up in ChatGPT results. You can check that out for sure. But most of the population, right, are still using Google dominantly. A great question. Mark, you got your hand up there.
Yeah, I got a question for you. When you're posting to your Google profile, so I heard in January that if you take like a caption or something from ChatGPT and put it into Instagram, LinkedIn, all these things, that there's coding embedded in it and it affects your post. So I did a personal test. I did it for a month. I would post into Google Docs or into Notes, and then I would then transfer it to Instagram. And I tracked everything for one whole month with all my posts. Then I posted the exact same amount of content the month after, and I posted directly from ChatGPT, and I had an eighth of the engagement when I copied right from ChatGPT. So is this something that's happening? Is this true with Google as well? Is it identifying if it's been coded towards ChatGPT? And this is also going to help a whole ton of you on there. I got a lot of research into this. But do you know if it's affecting your Google stuff? Because I have my description from ChatGPT. I've got all my keyword searches from ChatGPT. So if that coding affects it, is it recommended to post into a third party like Docs or Notes before putting it into ChatGPT? Or sorry, before putting it into Google?
Yeah, Mark. So great question. And that's actually been a lot of people's minds is like, hey, does this algorithm actually exist for all these platforms? People have done personal tests like you have, but there's nothing concrete from even like the CEOs of these companies that this is a thing. This is just all speculation right now. But I'll tell you this, we do it all the time. Even with Amy, yeah, we will go get 100 key search terms from ChatGPT and add them in there to see what people are typing in, right? And copy and pasting it in there. We still have great success. So no, I don't think it really affects what your efforts are in terms of optimizing your profile or writing your description for your Google business profile. The main thing that we're looking for is just trying to get those keywords in there. So yeah, I would say I wouldn't be too scared about that at all. Like there's no concrete evidence or reports about this. So, and again, like I said, from my own experience, we've been able to rank people no problem.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries, Mark.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Trent. I'm just going to get you to stop the share there. All right, folks. Hey, I hope you got some value. Thank you very much for coming on, Trent, and everyone for taking time out of your schedule to be here. Just remember, tomorrow morning, 8:30, we got some role play if you guys want to jump on. Otherwise, we got 12:30 p.m. on Friday. We're doing another huddle if you guys want to jump on as well. I'll see you guys on our coaching call. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Coach Danny.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Bye.